Switch cabs here and prepare the train for departure. There's another 365 unit waiting to couple in platform 4. So press Control, Alt, and minus to switch cabs. Or you can press Control, Alt, and plus. Doesn't really make a difference. So instrument lights on, master key in, reverse it to neutral. Acknowledge to DSD or DVD, DSD, I don't know. Over to the AWS, DRA off, headlights on to marker, tail lights off because we're in a yard. Make sure the junctions are set. Change that one, There we go. So reverse it to forward with brake, power to notch 2. Auto sport, put speed set to 15. So spotting Peterborough near carriage sidings. Speed limit is 15 miles an hour and Peterborough is literally just over there in distance. So the scenario is called 1 Zulu 05 637 Peterborough to Stevenage. Engineering work at Hornsey has closed the East Coast Main Line from north of Stevenage, meaning most interstate services have to terminate at Peterborough. Now, southeast of running shuttle services between Stevenage and Peterborough in Cambridge. You start at the Neen carriage sidings to perform the first southern service to Stevenage from Peterborough. So couple to the other 365. Stop at Peterborough down fast. Stop at Peterborough, Huntingdon, St Neots, Sandy, Bickleswade, Alsey, Hitchin, drop off the rear unit there, stop at Stevenage and then shunt around to platform 4. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting scenario, I think. It is completely fictional. I mean, the timetables, the trains run to the 2020 timetable, but obviously starting at Stevenage. But other than that, yeah, this didn't really happen in real life at all. I thought it was fun. A fun idea. So this is Peterborough. Peterborough. I haven't driven the 365 in ages. Well, apart from last night, when I test drove the scenario. Hashtag we are rail fans. So headlights off, take a look outside. Gently pull up to it. Couple successful. Switch to the southmost cab and stop at down fast reverse. So we just need to do a pull-away test. Yep. So shut down the cab. So instrument lights off. Brake to step 3. If I can actually get my words out. So reverser to off. Master key out. Headlights off. Going to another cab. Turn the headlights off. I don't know why they're turned on. Rear cab, taillights. Okay, headlights on, taillights off, DRA off. Is that green? Approved. Denied. Why am I denied? Okay, I'm just gonna assume that's approved. Because tracing is a weird thing. So it was green last time I drove it. So departing Peterborough, speed limit is 30 miles an hour. Oh yeah, we do have a call-on signal. I should also say that we were in the class 365 with the original front. So this train is for Stevenage. King's Cross, King's Lynn, Letchworth, Peterborough, Spiders Bar, Royston, Stevenage. Yes, they do look really pretty in NSE. So to stop here and then reverse into platform 2, so we can head south. So to shut down the cab, so instrument light off, brake to step 3, headlights to tail, reverser to off, master key out. So switch to the other end. Do the same thing but in reverse. Shut down this cab and shunt the train into platform 2, ready for the 6:37 departure. Will do. So I expect the speed set to 25. Forward. Power step 3. So if you want to download the scenario for yourself, I will put this up on ATS. You just have to wait until someone, maybe Alan, approves it. Or maybe if you join my Discord, it'll be up there. So a link to my Discord server will be in the description below, where you can download the scenario. You'll need the East Coast Main Line South one on Steam. The 365 EP Just Trains 153 Advanced, Majorities 153 Revamp, the 91 EP, the Valencia HST Enhancement, the Class 017, the Class 31 Enhancement, West Coast Mainline over Shap, the Class 37 Volume 1 and 2. I think that's it. There goes 158 to Norwich. So why is it so bright? So aiming to stop at the 8-car stop sign. Arrival into Peterborough. Switch cabs here. So switch cabs. So facing south, and the next stop is Huntingdon. So departing Peterborough, the speed limit is 25, going up to 105, and the next stop is Huntingdon in about 17 miles. So on the right, we're passing the carriage sidings for the third time. There's a 317 from Stevenage, 1 Zulu 02. Oh yeah, the maximum speed of the 365s is 100. So just in case you didn't know that. So yeah, it shouldn't take us too long to accelerate to 100. 65 acceleration is not great, but it's not the worst. Yeah, 65, they do look very smart in the NSE livery. Before they were transferred over to FCC. Why can't I talk? Then over to Great Northern, and then ScotRail, then storage. As I was speaking of storage, Great Northern have given up their 365s because they're basically redundant. Some say scrap, some say storage, I say storage. Because I'm pretty sure some TLCs might have some interest in the 365, I don't know which ones. But I don't yeah, 365s definitely have life left in them. A lot of life. Also in real life, the East Coast Main Line at King's Cross is closed. So Great Northern are running like trains from Potter's Bar to Ely and King's Lynn and Peterborough. And LNR are running trains from St Neots and Peterborough to Leeds, Leeds, Edinburgh and so on. So yeah, that will make it a very interesting scenario, like terminating in 801 at St Neots, then shunting around to the other platform. So yeah, we're basically on an all-stop service to Stevenage. Hopefully the train audio isn't too loud. I think if it is too loud, I'll probably just watch the scene back at Huntingdon and then adjust the audio accordingly. So the passenger view is exactly the same as earlier, nothing has changed. So soon we should be coming up on Connington South and the Connington Loop, where some tidings are. Did you see the Leeds? Oh yeah, I should also say that the scenario is set in 1997. You know, the transitional period from intercity to GNR. So we should be seeing quite a few mixture of liveries. And also you have NSE. And I think the 55s, they got their new face in around 2003-2004. So yeah, all 55s have their original front. That looks more like a 465. So originally the 365s were third rail only, like the 465s. But I think it was because of some sort of redundancy or like transfer. 365s they had the pantograph fitted, and then moved over to the East Coast Main Line to operate trains out of King's Cross to Peterborough, Ely, Cambridge, Kings Lynn. And then in 2003-2004 they got a new face when they had the new air conditioning fitted. And then they look like the smiley train because the front looks like a smile with the headlight, taillight, marker light. And now they've been largely replaced with 387s and 700s. So basically they've been replaced with ironing board seats. So 365s in real life, I have seen quite a few 365s, mainly in King's Cross and Peterborough. Never been on one, but I've seen quite a few of them. So if an operator did want the 365s, where would they go? Because most operators now have new stock. Like ScotRail has 385s. Northern has 331s, 323s and 309s. GWR have 387s. I guess EMR might want some in case their 360s fail. Maybe like extra services once COVID is over, whenever that is. See, I don't know where the 365s could go. So at the moment they're just being transferred over to crew and long site for storage. If you don't know where long site is, it's literally just south of Manchester Piccadilly station, near Ardwick. So 5.5 miles to Huntingdon. Oh yeah, because there's a reduced service, we won't be overtaken by anything. It's just nice and quiet run up the East Coast Main Line. So again, we're topping it out of Huntingdon, St Neots, Sandy, Biggleswade, Alsey, Hitchin and Stevenage. So Stevenage is some distance away. I don't think this is working. Yeah, it's a bit bugged. Just like TS normally is. So at Huntingdon, we're going to be transferred onto the Upswell. and then on the upslope all the way to Stevenage. So got the yellow indicator we're coming off the down main, up main, because we're going towards London, so it's up main. The speed limit is 40. Yeah, 40. Yeah, I should have broke a bit earlier. Speed limit is now 75. And it'll be 75 most of the way to Stevenage. Another 365 heading to Peterborough. Stand behind the yellow line, not in front of it, or you'll die. So arrival into Huntingdon. So, departing Huntingdon, the speed limit is 75 miles an hour, and the next stop is St Neots, in about 6.5 miles. So yeah, as I said earlier, at the time of recording, LNER is currently terminating trains at Stevenage, not Stevenage, St Neots, because King's Cross is closed. That's not a case. C's. So at St Neots, LNER passengers can then alight at St Neots and then head on a bus or a coach to Bedford. And then get an EMR train to, say, Pancake. I guess this will be like that would be a very interesting video to record in real life, but you know, Corona. So last Friday, so Friday the 26th of February 2021, was the deadline for my mobile apps development, which was hellish. Because basically it has to basically just rush it. Because I'm fairly new to React Native. Don't really know what I'm doing. And then you have people on my course who did React Native in the year in industry. Lucky bastards. So yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing React Native. Just flung some code together and hope that it worked. I mean, my app did work, but it was very inefficient. So basically what my app does. So basically what my app does, it queries an API database to retrieve information about coffee stores and reviews. So first thing you would do is either log in or sign up. So log in, it will take information from two text inputs, then put it into a variable called toSend, and then it would use a RESTful API to create a pre-made database using a post request. And then hopefully it should return status code 200. So in HTML, a status code of 200 is okay. There's literally hundreds of different status codes. So the ones I know, so 200 is okay, 201 is created. I think the 300s are like redirect. 400 is bad request, I think. 401 is unauthorized. 403 is forbidden. 404 is not found. You know, everyone knows 404 not found. 500 is server error. There's a bunch more. I don't really remember them all. You can just go and Google it. So what the user could do is they can log in, they can either sign up, then once they've done that, they can browse like a list of locations, like favorite the ones that they like. Then they can also like add a review, delete their own review. Because you can't delete someone else's review unless you're a moderator. So they can like reviews, they can favorite reviews, they can favorite locations, they can make a review, they can edit a review. You could add a photo, not on mine. Yeah, I tried the photo stuff, it just didn't work. Because I tried using the React Native camera library, but when my app compiled, it just complained that the library was deprecated. Even though it worked for my tutor, but not for me. I don't know. After, if you did see what it looked like, it looks like a big pile of shit. So riding into St. Nietz. Nietz? I don't know. However you pronounce it. So yeah, about React Native. I think on the day of submission, I worked on it from like midnight after tracing TV stream to about 4 in the morning, and then woke up at 8, and then worked on it till about 6 in the evening. So that's 10 hours plus 4. So I worked on that. So I worked on my art for about 14 hours on last Friday. Very, very long 14 hours. Yeah, I think third year has kind of like broken my short-term memory. Been finding it really hard to remember things. Maybe it's because of sleep deprivation. But hopefully that's all finished. Next block is my project, which is also a train wreck because of poor planning. See, if I could sum up third year in a word, it would be train wreck. Because Corona, first time doing block teaching, the government being complete dickheads as usual, and everything switching from face-to-face to online, online to face-to-face, face-to-face to online, online to face-to-face. So yeah, nobody knows what they're doing. And also with block teaching, if you don't know what that is, so instead of doing all 4 modules all at the same time throughout the whole year, instead you do 1 unit at a time in 6 weeks. So you do around the same amount of content with major alterations in 6 weeks instead of 24. So most of the content does get cut out, which sucks. Because you still have to pay full tuition. If I'm paying full tuition, I expect to be taught everything on the unit, not like a watered down version of it. But you know, there's nothing I can do about that. So block 1 was programming principles and design. So first 3 weeks was learning different languages and their paradigms. So like, you would have C++, which is object oriented, so you have objects and things. Then you have Haskell, which I hate, which is in the functional paradigm, where literally everything is a function. Then the second half, so the second 3 weeks, was compilers, which was a complete fucking mess. Because what my tutor wanted to do was go through literally about 10 weeks of content in 3. And then Microsoft Teams decided to glitch out, so nobody could understand what he's saying, and the pacing is like insane. I mean, I couldn't understand what the fuck my tutor was on about, and I'm pretty sure no one else could either. I think so. In that in that block, I got 39 originally, but because uni fucked up, I had to wait all weekend for them to update my test score to 52. Do you know why it was 39? It's because uni didn't mark half of my answers. Like, how the hell does it even happen? Like, how? So move on to the second block. So the next 6-week period is artificial intelligence, which I've already forgotten all of because I don't need to know it anymore because I've finished it. So I think artificial intelligence was learning about different classifiers and how they can predict data. So I think I learned about k-nearest neighbours, naive Bayes, decision trees, and a bunch of other stuff that I've forgotten. I think in that unit overall I have 74. I think overall. And then third block, the one I've just finished, is mobile app development with React Native. Stevenage, Peterborough, another networker. And then my next block, which will start on Monday, will be my project. which I have 6 weeks to complete my project, then do a report on it. I think I need about 4 weeks for a report because the report is massive. So I have 2 weeks to make my project from near scratch. Fun. Yeah, employers will look at my transcript. They'll look at first and second year because in first year I got 81 average. Second year I got 77 average, and then third year they'll look at it and think, what the fuck happened to his grades? Also, the thing about block teaching is that you only have 6 weeks, which means you can only do a maximum of like 2 assessments. But most units they have 1 big assessment, and if you fuck it up, you basically fucked off the whole unit. So you basically just fucked up like a quarter of your third year grade. Rival into Sandy. So next stop is Biggleswade in 2.5 miles. So Biggleswade, Hornsey, Hitchin, Stevenage. So future scenario ideas. I think I'll probably do one with the St. Neots LNR termination thing. One on Liverpool, Manchester. Another one on London, Brighton. Yeah, I do have quite a few requests which I don't fulfill because I kind of forgot that it existed. Also, I read through the Google Sheets responses, and one of them put like fat cunt. I'm like, great, that's great. You actually took the time out of your life to fill out that form, and you put that. Hold on. Hold on. Also, recently, Amazon Powerhouse released the sound pack Old for the Twin Wagons. I won't be doing a video on it because it's just some sounds. If I'll ever show it off, it'll be part of another scenario sometime. Maybe with some teas or like the Class 60 enhancement, whenever that gets announced. Or entirely whatever AP decide to do with Dovetail 60. The thing about Dovetail 60 is that it's a good model. It just falls flat in its face on literally everything else. Arrive out into Biggleswade. Arrival into Biggleswade. So next stop is Alsey. Alsey. I'm going with Alsey. In about 3.5 miles. Yeah, this is fine. They don't have the best acceleration. So, stream schedule. I think I'll try and stream literally every single night because inside the gamer he needs scenarios. He needs scenarios that I make, and I'm busy during the day, so the streams are literally the only time I can make them. I'll try and add in some driving as well. Even though my chat isn't the most engaging thing in the world, I basically just focus on scenario creation because when you're making scenarios you don't really need chat because you're too busy focusing on putting trains down and tolerating the dispatcher. But when you're driving there's not a lot to do other than just talk to yourself. Kind of like a one-man podcast, as Conflict Nerd says. So if someone asks me what podcast do I listen to, I'm like, bruh, I just made my own podcast. Because doing these train sim videos, they're basically just me sitting in my bedroom talking to myself like a crazy person. I guess some YouTubers have like a shared or actual recording studio, and I don't. I have my bedroom with stuff in it, like a bed and 2 PCs. If you're wondering how I could afford 2 PCs, the one on my bottom left is brand new, which I'm using to record this, and the one on the right is my old PC that's 4 years old. It'll be 5 in December. Which I mainly just use for Android Studio. I could install Android Studio on my new PC, but my PC just completely rejected it. Like the pain in the ass it is. I might have broke a bit too late. One stop. The train needs to divide at Hitchin so the rail unit can form a service to Cambridge. But passengers before uncoupling the rail unit. Yeah, next stop is Hitchin, about 5 miles, where we will need to divide the train. It's not hard. All you have to do is put the tail lights on in both central cabs, uncouple, and then just leave. And then another driver will be in the rearmost cab and then perform a train to Cambridge, calling out all stops. I don't think any divisions happen with the Great Northern, apart from Cambridge and some ECS movements. So a train would leave King's Cross, formed of say 8 coaches, towards King's Lane. Then at Cambridge, the rear 4 will divide, and then the front 4 will continue to King's Lane, because I think it's because demand from Cambridge to King's Lane isn't very high. So they just divide the train at Cambridge. And then I think the rear unit will terminate at Cambridge and then wait for a return train back to King's Cross. Wait for a return train to King's Cross to couple to. A lot of alliteration, like King's Cross to couple to. So a video schedule, I'm not sure about that, because videos they do take a long time to make. Because when I'm streaming, all I have to do is like think of a plan, think of some music, and then that's it. With a video, I have to record it, edit it, render it, or upload it. And hopefully I do the captions correctly and not like leave it on after the last station. Because I think in the last video, so the one with the 444, I put the caption up for Clapham Junction and then didn't cut it out after I left. So between Clapham Junction and the next station, it just kept saying Clapham Junction. Yes, editing errors. So coming up on Hitchin, we drew into platform 1. So stop at the 8th car stop sign and then detach. Yeah, the thing about scenarios is that people don't tend to do like decouple scenarios because I don't know. So I'll start braking for Hitchin. If not a bit too late. So arrival into hitching, aiming to stand behind the yellow line. So aiming to stop at the 8th car stop sign. I suppose because some of these AI, they just want to kill themselves. So in the front cab, we just need to switch cabs to this one. So put on the tail lights. Switch to the other one in the middle. So please uncouple the rear 365. Go to the other central one. Make sure these ones are also on tail. Go back to the front. Go outside by pressing 8. Just like float down the platform. It's not like TFW2 where you can just walk. Press this. So press the uncouple icon on the coupler. Uncouple is successful. Proceed to Stevenage. Remember to put the tail lights on the rear cab. Do a quick pull away test to make sure that we've detached. You know what else would help? Yeah, close the doors. Although to be fair, I should have closed the doors before uncoupling, but whatever. It's a simulator, not real life. Yep, pull away test successful. Just need to leave. So departing hitching with half our train, half the original length. Speed limit is 70 and the next stop is Stevenage in 4 miles. So yeah, I think this is a pretty interesting scenario. Interesting concept. Like a couple of Peterborough divided hitching. So you can practice coupling and uncoupling. Yeah, I bet inside we'll just find some way of ballsing it up. Like if I look at the F4 HUD, you can't really uncouple the middle ones. So yeah, messing it up is very hard. But I know inside we'll find a way to fuck it up somehow. Okay, it wouldn't be an inside gamer stream or video if it doesn't mess it up. So at Stevenage, look at that, we've got all ticks. So at Stevenage, terminate on platform 1, go to the head shun on the Harford loop, and then stop at Stevenage platform 4. I know I could have just terminated on platform 1 and then crossed over onto the down fast, but I want it to be interesting. Also, like route knowledge or something. Yes, route knowledge of a very, very small part of the Harford loop. So Stevenage is coming up pretty soon. You know Stevenage. Stevenage, the station that everyone misses because it just blends in with everything else. There's a HST to York, 1 November 80. A very cloggy HST, as to be expected. So I'll start braking for Stevenage pretty soon. So Stevenage, during platform 1 and stopping at the 4 car stop sign, not 8, 4, because we detached the rear unit at Hitchin. A pair of tractors from Hornsey to Peterborough North Yard, 6 Zulu 23. So the forecast outside is just after this very, very orange looking building. It's orange, it's like an orangey red. Arrival into Stevenage. Service 1005 has now terminated, but the unit needs to be moved to platform 4. Depart when ready and stop at signal Kilo 219 at the start of the Harvard loop. If I can actually speak. Faster Faversham. Oh my god, it's actually Resident Evil 2. Except 2013? How old is his route? Was it like 6, 7 years? So I was passing Stevenage, the speed limit is 75, and we have about a mile and a half to the start of the Harvard loop. Also today, Stevenage has a platform 5 for terminating trains over the Harvard loop. Hopefully one day someone updates the East Coast Main Line South. So you have the Thameslink trains from Finsbury Park towards St Pancras, the new lines. You have Finsbury Park itself with the complete remodelling. You have the flyover, which is in the DPS version. You have Stevenage, platform 5, you have Peterborough with the new platforms and the new layout. But yeah, Train Sim overall, it needs an update. Because we're getting pretty tired of backdating stuff. So one to the right is the East Coast Main Line towards King's Cross, and we go left towards Harvard. Well, we're not actually going to Harvard. We're just terminating at the reversal point. Now that I think about it, now that I think about it, I think the furthest south that I could terminate is Potter's Bar and not Stevenage. I could even terminate at Welland Garden City, and then reverse. So I'll stop here, shut down the cab, and then move to the rear one. So instrument lights off, reverser to off, master key out, headlights off, tail light on. Move to the other end. Headlight on, tail light off, master key in, reverser to neutral, console DSD, reset the AWS, instrument lights on. Switch carbons on top of platform 4 at Stevenage. So speed limit is 20 as we cross over onto the down main towards Stevenage, and then we are due to platform 4 in about a mile and 82. That's not a word. 1.82 miles. There you go. So we're going to cross under the East Coast Main Line and then reappear on the left of it, and then join onto the downslope. Also, speed limit is 40. Yeah, again, the 665s, they look so smart in the NSC livery. Especially with the original front. So, if I remember correctly, I think the 365, they were in NSC until 2007, when they were put into FCC. I think the first livery was Connects. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Also, the channel itself has recently reached, or the channel at the moment is currently sitting at 587 subscribers, which is insane. So not very far to 600. So make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, and make sure to subscribe with the second channel you've made, so I can go twice as fast. So it should be at 600 in no time. I think when it gets to 600, I'll probably do like another Q&A, or maybe like a charity live stream. Don't know when or what or how, just it's an idea. So arriving into Stevenage again. This is where the video and the scenario went. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe so we can reach 600 subs. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Also make sure to follow me on Twitch, so you can watch me make scenarios and fail. So arrival into Stevenage.